Hello everyone, welcome back to our new video and welcome to the May Plan With Me video and welcome to the very first video that I filmed with my new camera. I hope this quality is better because I have been filming on my iPhone for the last, 2.5 years since I started this YouTube channel. So I am right now using only the microphone, like the built-in microphone in the camera. Let me know in the comments if that works or not, because I'm looking into buying a microphone to latch onto this one, so we'll see when that happens. But welcome to the May Plan With Me, and we're gonna begin with talking about April and what I did in April. And looking back on the last Plan With Me, I gathered that I had maybe 3 goals for April, and those included doing the past pages, writing at least 800 words a day on this new romance project, and also hitting 24,000 words on that project, and beta reading. And I have done all this. So let's begin with the past pages. I have filmed a vlog on that, which will already be live when you watch this video. So I can link that in one of these corners and also in the description below if you are interested in seeing what my process were when I actually sat down and read the past pages. Because I honestly don't want to talk in depth about the past pages and what that all included. I don't want to talk about that in this video. But I'm just mentioning that I did complete the past pages. I read through all of the book. I also wrote a dedication, which is the, first line or 2 lines in the beginning of a book when you dedicate the book to someone or something. Maybe you have a quote of a lyrical quote from a song or something. I wrote 2 and I haven't really heard back from the publisher on which of those 2 they're gonna go with, because I couldn't decide myself. So I needed a second opinion on that. But I also wrote an acknowledgement. It was kind of anticlimactic. There's nothing left that I can do with it. It is in the publisher's hands and I'm kind of just waiting on the message or email that they have sent the book to print. And I don't think I will vlog me getting that message, but I will definitely vlog when I get my first copies home to me, because that is something that I of course want to document and show to all of you. So that was all about the past pages, but then I wanted to write at least 800 words a day on this new project, which is a contemporary romance, adult contemporary romance, that I'm writing for this contest that a publisher in Sweden is hosting. I didn't plan for this, but as soon as I saw the announcement for this contest, I got this idea. And before that, I had some ideas about me writing a romance. I had an idea about a cute cottage Christmas romance, like in 2021. I had that idea. I haven't written it, but ever since I started writing fantasy romance, I've always wanted to delve deeper into the romance genre as in of itself, not as a subgenre, but as the biggest plot in the book. And so when I saw this announcement, I knew that I had to go with it, just go with my creativity and start writing this book. I talked a little bit about it in the last video because I started it on the 26th of March. That was also the day where I got back the past pages. So in April, I have been reading the past pages, going through that maybe 2 to 3 chapters a day, and I've also been writing each and every day, or at least I've tried to write each day. And so here we have all these stats. It's not the end of April yet, but I have written a whole month because I started it the 26th of March and it's now the 26th of April. And my goal is for this book to be 70,000 words long in total. And I wanted to write it in 2 to 3 months. Probably 3 months because I'm being really sick here and I probably can't write a book in 2 months. But that means that I have to write 24,000 a month, and I calculated that I needed to write at least 800 words a day for me to be able to hit that word count. And I'm happy to announce, in this month between the 26th of March to the 26th of April, I have written a total of 29,000 words. And today, for example, I haven't even written that much. I haven't even written 800 words today. So that means that I will probably hit maybe even halfway before the end of April. With that being said, it's 4 days left for April, which means that I have to write 6,000 words in those 4 days. It could be done, but I'm not having my hopes up because I'm doing, my birthday weekend is coming up and that means that I won't have much time to write. Anyway, there were multiple days that I didn't write in April, but I always tried to, the following days, I always tried to reach at least maybe 1,400 or 1,500 words to kind of make up for that lost time. So that's how I've been able to write 29,000 words in April, and I'm so freaking excited about this project. But even though this may not be the best thing that I have ever written, I am loving the characters so much and their romance, and I am maybe 6,000 words away from the midpoint and they have just begun feeling sexually attracted towards each other, or they have felt this before, but now was the kind of peak, and they had a very intense like chemistry scene just now. So I'm very excited for that, and this is a slow burn romance, so I'm holding back from making them be with each other and thinking big emotions about each other. I'm holding back, and it's kind of enemies to lovers or hate to love, so I'm trying to hold back, but I'm very excited. And then I also had a goal of beta reading in April, and I have done this. Not as much that I would like, and also when I talk about the reading that I did in April, you may notice that I have not read any or finished like any books, because I have been reading the past pages so much that I don't want to read anything else, because I'm just so tired in my brain, which means that there is not much brain power or capacity in my mind to actually sit down and read something for fun or beta read. But I have gotten a fourth of the way through that beta read, and it's so good so far, so fast paced. And I have talked with the author or the writer of this manuscript about this, because it is so good. Like I love a fast-paced fancy romance, and this is that, and it's so good. So that is everything that happened in April. So let's go into my plans for May. So my plans for May consist of like 2 main goals, and that is that I want to reach at least 24,000 words in May as well. If I want to be very ambitious, I could say that I want to complete the book in May, because I am getting essentially halfway through just in April, which means that I could potentially write the second half in May, but I think saying that would be too ambitious. I don't think I can write that fast. Let's just say that I'm hoping to write 24,000 words and maybe get a lot of the way into Act 3 of the book, and then I can finish it in June. So that is my plan: 24,000 words, at least 800 words a day, which is achievable. I have done this the whole of April. I know I can do this. And also the goal is, when I get halfway, I'm going to sit down and take an hour or more, whatever it takes, to go through the rest of the book in the outline, because I had only put down the big plot beats in the outline, and I have those thought out, but I have not begun to create a chapter outline for the rest of the book. So I have a few chapters right after the midpoint that I know, but I don't know much more than that, because honestly an outline makes me write so much faster, because I already know when sitting down to write, I already know what I'm gonna write. And then the second goal is to continue to beta read the manuscript that I'm currently reading for my friend, and considering it's very good and it's very fast paced, I'm gonna be able to get at least halfway in May, maybe even more than that. And because of this romance project that I'm working on, I don't really have any more writing goals for May, because that is taking up so much of my time every day that I don't have time for many other things. That's really it for the plans for May. And now I want to talk about the books that I have read in April. And so by now I think you have understood or gathered that I didn't read much in April. And I finished only 2 books in April, which is my worst reading month yet this year, I think. But the books that I finished were Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer. It's the first book in a fantasy trilogy, and we follow Tessa, and we also follow Korik. This is set in a world where there is a fever that makes everyone sick, and the only thing that can cure the fever is the moonflower. And the moonflower is really freaking expensive, and it's only the elite of the world that gets a lot of moonflower, and so the poorest, they die. And Tessa, which is one of the main characters, and her companion Wes, they smuggle this moonflower from the richest to give to the poor. Kind of like a Robin Hood retelling. And so that's Tessa, and I love Tessa as a character because her emotions are so real for this. And then we also follow Prince Korik, which is the king's justice. He is mean as can be, and he kills a bunch of people to try to keep the peace and keep her or his brother on the throne. And so Prince Korik is hated by the people, and he is hated by Tessa. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It couldn't get any less from me, honestly. It was so freaking good. I have been craving a good YA fantasy in a very long time, and this was so good, because this contains the trope of friends to lovers to enemies to friends to lovers. And I love the betrayal part of that trope so much. And then I can actually reach for it. I also finished Twisted Games by Anna Huang, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. It was much better than the first one, Twisted Love, and this is Reese Larson and Bridget von Ascheberg, their love story. And Bridget is the princess of this European country, and Reese Larson is her bodyguard. And so this is very forbidden, and it's kind of enemies to lovers or hate to love, because they don't like each other in the beginning. It was so sweet, but also it's a dark romance, so you can expect that kind of scenes in a dark romance, and it was a little bit too much for me some of the times, but I really enjoyed the build-up of their romantic relationship and how you could really see how they went from hating each other to really liking each other. And those were the 2 books that I read in April. I'm still listening to that Swedish romance book that I talked about last time, which is by Helene Holmström, and that's called Dansar I mörkret. And I'm still currently reading Mysteries of Thorn Manor or Mysteries at Thorn Manor. I can't really remember. I am a little bit more than halfway now, so I will hopefully finish it in May. Let's just say that. I hope to finish it in May, but then I actually begun this book, and I feel like my outfit fits the vibe with this book. This is How to Be a Wallflower by Eloisa James in the Swedish translation, and I am 2 chapters into the book. It's not as good as I would like. Let's just say that. I have never, I think, read a translated historical romance before. I've only listened to them. So maybe it's that. There's so many technical words so far in the first 2 chapters that I can't really begin to like the main character. And we have just met the love interest and the second POV. And I'm hoping that I will like him more. So I hope that I will like this book. And I am planning to read this in May because it is a borrowed book from the library, which means I have to hand it in soon. But I want to read more romance books this month because I have a lot of them on my shelf that I haven't read yet. One of them is Scandalized by Ivy Owens and The Lilac Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. All of those are romances that I have on my shelf that I really do want to read, and since I'm writing a romance, I always find that it's inspiring to read other romances at the same time to get, you know, inspiration to get in the romance mood. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like and a comment below and let me know how your April went, and also let me know what your plans for May are. Are you writing anything new or editing? What are your plans? Let me know in the comments below, and subscribe because I post a new video every week, every Thursday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!